Hello, good evening, everyone. Um, in this section, I'm going to show you how to do the cross section from horizontal alignment. So in this cross section, um, the different changes from 0 until the end change of 153.4. So for the cross section, for this project, we're going to use the width of 40 meter. That means that it will be 20 meter on both side on, on both side of the central line. So the cross section will be at channel 0, 20, 40, 60, 80, and so on until the end changes. So in the for first place, we need to draw a line which is uh, perpendicular to the cross to the central line at channel 0. So I will copy the center line and I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. Okay. So I need to um, measure out I will draw a line. I need to measure out 40 meter. Try again. Dimension, align, uh, nearest 40. Okay. So I'm gonna use this line this is line to trim the uh, this polyline. Let's trim. Okay, I'm not sure what I've done. I just explore this line. Okay, so let's trim again. So I cannot trim. I just extend the line to the point. Trim. Okay, got it. So I got a line of this one this line, which is for the cross section, uh 40 meter uh long. I'm going to got the center and then to the with the middle. But I need to because I'm going to draw the to a lot of marks along the cross section because I will need to do the um for the cross section I will need to do the all the change point, the last point, the end point of the cross section, and then when there's a cut the contour I'm going to put a mark there and so on. So I will put one, and then I'll put a uh this one the value here 0, um because later on I will need to copy this, and then I will need to show all the values like at the change point. For example, I will need to read the contour, uh need to read the elevations, and then I put the of the ground, and I put the elevations at the mark, the point of the mark point. So at all the mark point I will need to put the elevations. I need to do it for all the all the cross section. So I will need to uh, do a templates. At least I will need to have this line, and then I will need to have this numerical value, and then there's a mark here so that I can copy along. So I think I will just grab this. I copy this, um, and I will need to have this 0 as well because I need to get the numerical value, and then I will grab from midpoint here. Okay, I will do it at the midpoint, or I just put the endpoint. Okay, so I got all the values. Um, I got this one. I'm going to array path to all the cross sections. Okay, so I will have this thing, the numerical value as well as this mark. So now I'm going to do the array path. um, Array path. Okay, so I'm going to do this one, this object or this one, and I click on this, and then the select the path curve. This will be the select the path curve, and after that I will need to look up there. The interval is they put it as 30, so I need to change to 20 because my cross section is 20. So the add of them. Okay. Okay, so now I have the cross section, the cross section line at all the channels, just 0, 20, 40, 60, 80, and they are perpendicular to the the central line. Okay, so after this I will need to copy the marks here and then move it along, and then all the change point, um, just like this one. Okay, so I will need to do the copy to the where there's any change point, so I will need to copy that. So I copy that. Okay, before that, uh because this one is the array path, you cannot just copy because the whole thing is still in one entity, so I need to do to explore it. Go to modify, explore. Okay, so now there's all the entity, they all become they become individual entity. So I now go to copy this one, go to the endpoint, and I just move further along the near. Okay, just roughly um, just the end. I think just the endpoint. Okay, so that's for cross section 0, and the second one I will need to do some similarly as well. Copy the I just put something close by, and here as well. Just put at the end. Third one, probably I will not do all the contour because there are too many. I just maybe when it's too close, I just skip one or two. Okay. Probably just do the end one. Or the maybe yeah, just do the end one. Okay, so I need to do all the point, um just like this one, from channel 0 and so on. Mark all the points that where there's at this for this one, I just the marks that you put at along the change along the contour because it's easier because we know that uh for example this contour is this one is 50, so we just put 50, and then this one is um what's that, I think it's about uh 46. Okay, and then going up this one's 52, 54, and so on. So we need to do all the marking, and later on uh I will need to copy the text along this. Let's put it here, put it here, put it here. Okay, because later on I need to get this cross section. I need to copy out and then as a cross section. I need to do all the to draw the ground level at this angle later on. Okay, similarly I could do for the second uh the cross section at change 20. Um, okay, this one. Okay, so I have to do all the cross section. And this one will, for example, this one will, okay, let's say the cross section for first one. Um, I think it's about 61, 61.5. Okay, and the second one is 60. This one is the this this contour is 60, and this one is 58, 56. So I do it for all the different changes. Okay, 0, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, and the last one. Okay, for this horizontal alignment. After I finish all this, then okay, just copy out this one. What I do is that I just change the layers. I just Control A, and I freeze everything. Okay, everything is gone. I go to I think that one is a cross section. Um, okay, I think this is the one. Uh, where's the one? I need to find the one with the text. um, okay, cross section. I just hopefully you'll get everything or everything out. Okay, so this is the one. Um, I Okay, so these are the different cross section. I think I have this mark this one. I put a zero at the along the central line of the cross section as well, so I can identify that. So what I do is that I will copy it out. Um, I just put it other place, put it far away. Okay, and then I turn on everything again. I just click one, I Control A, and I will hold everything. Okay, so I will so this one will uh all come back, you know, the all the contour come back. But I have to copy out this different various cross section with all the marks, the mark, and then with the height, um, with all the heights. So okay, so with all these things, all the various cross section, and I have the um. Actually, I missed out the this one um what's that, the change for that, the value change, which if I see it here, it should be here. Okay, the change is here. So okay, so to save time, I think I just copy this one. It's a later on I just copy that later on. Okay, so uh actually it's, you just now we just use we just turn off the layers, and then we can copy out the cross section. But I just that I miss out the number, like this one 0, 20, 40, and so on. So but later on I will just use this one, this cross section. Okay, okay. So I'm going to do the cross section um at this angle first, because later on it's easier for me. Otherwise, if I going to move it to the uh, this one, the upright position is a bit hard. I need to rotate everything. So what I do is that, I I will just all the cross section I will just copy out, and then I will just separate them out. Separate them. Okay, so this one actually I have um done all the elevations. Okay, this one is the blue line. It is the ground level, and then there's the margin. This one, the cyan line, is the formation level. So I will do all the cross section in this position first place. Later on, I'm going to rotate it and then put into upright position. Okay, then I like do the proper labeling, and then mark, and then the labeling, and then put all the heading as well. So um, we will need to, for this cross section, um, is given that the templates for templates is like this. For the embedment, this is the templates. Okay, um, this is a slope. I think it's one vertical, 1.5 horizontal. Okay, that means that in 3.95 vertical and 5.93 horizontal. And for the cut, it will be 3.95 vertical, 3.95 horizontal. That means 1 to 1. And if it's there's half cut, half fill section, it will be like this. Okay. So uh, I'm going to actually I prepared the this one all the templates, both the embedment and the cut. Okay, I prepare this. Okay, so I if initially they are not one entity, I made into one entity. Okay, so okay, later on, okay, so what I did is that, I just explore them. uh, Explore them. Okay, so they are separate entity. So which is at the beginning, uh, they are separate entity. Um, they are separate entity. So you need to make into a polyline. So what I did is that use a p edit, enter, and then create this one, change to one, yes, join, quick all this, enter. So this is a polyline. I do the same thing for that as well. Enter again, select polyline, just click one, turn to one, yes, enter, join, select all the lines, enter. So this is a polyline. Okay, so I'm going to um, copy because there are some of the rods. You just look at this. Some of them they it is embedment. Some of them is a, for example, this one is embedment, and then some is a cut. So what I will do is that I will um actually initially this one I use the first template which is the uh, the the embedment, and this is a cut templates. So um I will put this one, the first one for this this is the embedment, this templates. I I put it perpendicular to this cross section, or parallel to this cross section, parallel. So and then I will just do the same thing, the array path, and then array path it the whole way so that they have the right orientations. And similarly, because some of the cross section we have the the cut as well. So I I will put this one the cut section as well parallel to this cross section. And then I will array path the whole thing for all the cross section. Okay. So after I've done that, after um after I for this one separate one, actually then what I do is that I just let's say I just move somewhere else and then copy so I just the center line I don't need the center line. uh, I just move them out separately, spread them out, just move them. uh, okay, just put it like that. And the next one, spread out. And next one, next one, spread them out. And next one, okay, we start something I do again. Move. Okay, so the the remaining I'm going to move it to the bottom, the next row. Okay, one, two more. That's one. Okay, so do this one for the templates with the embedment, and then I'll do the same thing um for the one with the cut as well. I just copy this out. Okay, over here. Okay, and then I just do the same thing as for this one, for the one with the embedment. So at the in the end, I will have all these things like that. Okay, so after I finish that, then I will need to for each one I will need to do the for the ground level. This one, all this one, this is the ground level, the at the various mark, the 61.5 and 60 and 58 and 56. For this one, uh, it will be easier, okay, um, by the we cannot use the to use the line to draw. It's easier if we do the offset. Okay, for example, um, uh, this one I will do the offset for like I use offset and extend. So for example, I offset 60, um, offset the long the the highest value is 61.5. Just try 61.5. Sorry. Okay, I'm not going to offset 61.5. Is too um too too big. So I'm going to use a treat this line as a datum. So I probably I can use 50, 50 or 40 as a datum line. So I think the one that I use the first one is a datum I use 50. Okay, I will try to use 50. So this datum line is at 50. So that means that for 61.5, I need to offset 11.5. Offset 11.5. And then straight away I use the extend command. Okay, the next one is 60. Uh, offset 60, that means 10. And then extend from this line. Next one is 50, that means add, offset add. I extend that line. And the last one's 56. I'm gonna offset 6. And I extend it the line. After that, I'm going to erase this one the line. Okay, so with this, um, then this is the point for the I'm going to join the point for the horizontal for the cross section with the scale for the distance horizontal distance and the vertical distance will be the same. Okay, that means that is both is in this case is 1 to 1000 horizontally and vertically is 1 to 1000 as well. There's no blown up scale for the vertical. Okay, for this one, just check. I need to use the line, um, contour line. Cross section. I got a ground. Okay, okay. The moment this is a current, so I'm going to use that. I have a formation and ground, and there's a line. So I just use a P line. Okay, I need to turn um this on the snap cursor to on so that it's easier for me. I don't have to type all the thing all the while. So P line. Let's get a square. Mm, Square. Okay. So this one is okay the ground level for this uh, for this cross section. I do the same thing for the next one as well. Um, okay, this one uh, still the same. The datum I going to use 50 because we look at this datum. This one is the smallest one is 52. Okay, if we have something is 48, then the datum of 50 probably is a bit too small. So for this one, we probably need to have datum of 40. Okay, 40 because it's easier. If you use 45, you probably it's harder to for you to offset, because if it's 40, then this one offset 8.5, and this one 40, that means offset um, 12. This offset from 40 is 14, 16, and so on. Okay, so for for this one, I think okay, I will try this one. Okay, just try this one. Offset, uh, the highest one is 56.5, which is for that term of 50, I just offset 6.5. Extend that. Um, Offset 56 with 6, which is I need to extend straight away, otherwise I may not be able to remember which line is which for which. So the next one is okay, I got 256. I will just extend uh this one as well. Oh, try again. Okay, offset 4, and the one offset okay, just extend first. And the last one is offset 2. Oh, what is that? Uh, Try again. Offset 2. Okay, extend and erase all this line. I'll join up using a P line. Need to find the square. Okay, the square. Okay, actually I got the two level. These are two ground level line. Okay, so I able to do it all the line. Okay, all the line for the ground level line. The ground yeah, ground level line. Yes. Okay, and then we will have to do for in this case I have 9 cross section. I will, for each one I will need to draw the the ground level line. So you can see that uh, the the ground level line I change it to the thinner line because it looks quite awkward with a thick line later on. So uh, only do the formation. This one the formation level. I put a thicker line. Um, so because in this case because the thick line is because of the uh, uh, I did have the line weight is default is on, is displays line weight. Okay, but it's only if you the line weight need to be like at least 2.5 0.25, sorry. So for this one I can change the line weight under this. At the moment it's 0.3 the line weight, so actually I don't need that thick line. I can just change to 0, so automatically the line will be uh, become thin line. And this line also I don't want to be too thick, but this one is under layer, I think. So later on I will need to um, I just change it. Okay, so actually because the I can even though it's by layer. Okay, so because I some of the line I want this one some because for this cross section I don't need a thick line, but here over here I need to put a thicker line so that I need to change. I can see clearly, but because they are the same layer, so I for this one I would just change to a thin line, so I can just actually use the modify mesh property. I can do that, or change to thinner line. Okay, so thinner, and I need to find the um, this one, the formation level for at this point, the central. I need to establish a central line as well. Where is the central line? Because this one is thing, it just uh it haven't touched. I need to find a point. So what I do is I just copy. Um, I just use the intersect. Mm. Sometimes it doesn't want to mix. Okay, I try the other line. Copy. Uh, okay, so perpendicular, and I just put those. Okay, the center line. This one doesn't look right, so I just delete that. Actually, I don't need to delete. I just move it from this intersection to the. Okay, so this one. Okay, I will need to find out what is the formation level as the channel 0. So if I go to the the long section, uh, the formation level at channel 0 is 59.2, which is for that term of 50. So I will need to offset 9.2. So I offset 9.2 from this point. Okay, so that is about that point. I will need to um, look at that. This this line actually is half. This is a it will be half fill, half cut. So actually, I can use either one of them. Okay, no, I can use either embedment or the cut for templates. So I just use this one. Just copy, or I just move it. Because this thing is a block. The whole thing is blocked. Later on, easier for me to move. So I don't. Later on, I need to explore it. Okay, just move it from there to that to this point. Uh, okay, that's the destination point. Okay, after that, I will just delete that line, and um, so um, this side is all right. This side, I just trim this part. Okay, I just delete this one because the whole thing is a block. I cannot trim the things. I will need to um, explode it, explode the whole thing. Okay, so and this thing is still a polyline, so I trim it. Um, I can trim this side, but this one um, I will need to um, get a line going up that way because you know the um, this thing this line this part is cutting inside, so actually this one's a cut. Okay, so what I do is that I think I just undo. Uh, what I do, I think I just explore again so that I can copy the explore this thing again. Mm. Okay, I just going to copy this one at the endpoint and copy to here. Okay, so actually it's for a short, for a very small cut probably is alright. If it's a big cut, because actually the uh the the stop of this embedment is different from the cut, because this embedment is is 1 to 1.5, and the cut is 1 to 1. But for short piece, probably I think that's easier. Okay, because I don't have uh, this this half cut half fill with me. Okay, otherwise I can use this one. Okay, now I can just trim it, and the rest I will need to erase them. Okay, this is the at this orientation um uh this orientation uh for the Chinese one. I will need to put a red this datum as well. Just copy this out. I'm going to rotate it. No, it's rotate it. I think it's 90 or minus 90. So wrong. So it should be I rotate it minus 90. Minus 90. Okay. And I just type in datum 50 meter. Okay. I just pull this up a bit longer. Okay, and then we can just move that along here inside. Okay, so this is datum 50. So we have to do everything for all the sections. Okay, some of them we have to choose. Mm, you can some of them you need to use this one's almost touching the ground. Okay, this one will be you need to choose a cut templates. This one you need to choose a cut templates. This one probably you need to choose a embedment templates. Okay, so because and this one is a embedment templates. This one is cut templates, cut templates, and this one is cut or fill embedment templates. So after you have done all this, then so because I got the things I can just pick up from here from this one. If I need a embedment templates, I will use this side. You know this side which is originally is from here. This is embedment templates. If I want a cut templates, I will get the thing here with the origin with the right orientation. So after I have finished all this one for the cross sections, I'm going to rotate them to the right orientations. Okay, so to this orientation. So I just show you how to do that. Let's copy that. Uh, I just draw a line on the ground. F8 horizontal line. Um, okay, I need to rotate it. I just pick the point here. I just move the whole thing from the end point. End point here, and then just and then just to the nearest. Okay, I'm not sure how much I'm going to rotate. I just quickly I just check the dimension. Okay, I go to angular. Um, so that is 119.118 degree. I need to rotate that much. Okay, so sometimes you might not have this on the decimal place. If you got 119, probably it's not accurate enough. So actually you can go to the dimension style. So you can just go to modify uh, under the primary units, the decimal degrees. You can just the precision. You just choose 3 decimal place, and then okay, you can do that. And set current. So I'm going to rotate it it will be 119.118 degree. So I go to rotate RO. Uh, just pick the whole thing, and then at this point, the intersection point, just type in 119.118. Okay, so it's just fall flat, and I just delete some of the thing. Okay, so this, so I have rotated to the into a horizontal, into an upright position. Okay, so so that after you finish, you do one. After you finish, you do the second one, third one, and so on. Okay. After that, then you need to label the changes. Okay, the like change 0 plus 0, change 0 plus 20, 0 plus 20 as well. And then need to label the ground level and then the formation level as well. Okay, and later on I think we'll put into paper space for presentation as well. Okay, so I think that's all for the cross section. Thank you very much.